GoFundMe or Pledge.
Okay.
Asking people
So the challenges that we've been faced with is number one, limited resources, two, evolutions that need to be replaced, and three, wastewater upgrade. So this is some of the stuff that we've put our heads together and come up with.
Kia ora. So obviously funding is a massive problem. We can see from what you're telling us, you're living really on a shoestring as a charitable trust. So critical to our thinking was that we needed to get you money in the fastest way possible, as soon as possible. So what we thought is perhaps you could take on a group such as ourselves or another student group who would be willing to work for free. And what we would do is start a semi-marketing promotion campaign for your EcoQuest for the purpose of gathering funding from different sources in New Zealand. So we know there's places out there like the Green Building Council, there's other funding available through NDIE and other organisations. I think perhaps it's likely that they're just not familiar with your organisation. It sounds like you're quite small and nimble. So maybe you need a group to work on promoting you to different organisations to get you funds. So that was our first idea.
And the next idea that we can adopt is like, bringing you to the local people or, the whole community through Facebook or social media, so that people will know what you're doing exactly and what you're standing for, so that there are. I know that many big corporates, they are doing corporate social responsibilities, so they'll be willing to put out helpful hands. So once they know that you are who you are and what you need. So without spending much money on marketing, what you can do is like putting yourself up on social media and telling that this is what we are doing, these are the challenges we have, and inviting solutions from people all over the world, the professionals, so that you will get so much of ideas where you can see which works for you and take it up and then build from there. And then all the student groups or whoever the professionals who are coming to help us, can work from there to build more economically and sustainable solutions for you. Yep.
Yes, I'm going to jump into the solutions. So once we've got the money, we're hoping that we could put a few solutions into place. So you've already mentioned the elevation, so that's something that we discussed as a team. The relocation was another option that you mentioned as well, and we thought that a floating solution could potentially be another one to explore, because if we've got a floating structure, potentially we've got a relocatable structure as well. So that were the three main solutions: elevation, floating, and relocation. So with the elevation will come new housing designs, obviously, and we're hoping that if we've got a little bit of fund, we will be able to work with some bigger engineering companies to help us on this project. Another solution that we mentioned, but we're not sure that it's quite sustainable, is the digging solution, the fencing and the planting solutions as well. But yeah, we will need to talk to explore this option a little bit deeper, and maybe with some professional.
Can you just show your diagram that you've done?
It's a little bit messy, but
that's what design thinking is about.
That's what design thinking is about. Yeah.
So somewhere in there is a brilliant idea. Right.
It's cool.
Right. Thanks very much. Right. Oh look, there's lots more ideas on this table as well.
Whatever works.
That's good. Got a couple of minutes for probing questions from you guys.
I want other people to get included.
So first of all, really enjoy your ideas, and I think you've zoomed in very accurately to our situation, and certainly that area of marketing has been something that we're almost invisible to New Zealanders because traditionally our clientele are in the US, and so it's an area that so it'd be interesting to understand how you saw that that rolling out. Just as you obviously have some ideas around that marketing. How would that
Right.
look to us?
And we will leave that to the next instalment of Enterprise Next. We're moving on to the next presentation now.
That was it.
Where are we going? Where are we going to? Go next? Who's next?
Us.
That's up by the camera at the bridge. Right, you go. Right. So, introduce your team. I'll do the camera.
Cool. Hi, so I'm Liday, I'm the one that asks questions, and this is my team, the Albatross and Kiwis. So, that's everybody. Hi, so we also kind of picked up on fundraising, the big first hurdle that we can kind of, speak about in terms of the design itself and the product and the model that can be rolled out is a later stage element. So we just kind of spoke about looking at like GoFundMe, Pledge Me, fundraising initiatives that could assist something as unique as what you're doing. I'm just going to spitball here, offering packages for people to come and experience your place, so that when they give money, they can come and experience you, so that you can get people involved and create that talkability around it. We weren't 100% sure on government assistance. How much support do you get from the government, from the conservation department, those elements? Building different partnerships, like for instance, like you have now with Unitech, university students, media partnerships, other environmental groups, fundraising, businesses, like Carters and things like that can help build elements. Then we've spoken about social media as our other counterparts, or promotion media, doing blogs, speaking about what you're doing, getting people excited about I called it the nomadic pod type lifestyle that you want to offer and roll out across not just New Zealand but across the world. Any kind of scholarship programs that you could offer people to learn new skills, underdeveloped other people, communities, those areas that can learn something new that they can take away from you guys, so that there's still that flow of knowledge from EcoQuest to the community, but also from the community back to EcoQuest, of how things can roll through. And then overseas funds, just looking at your partners, the Engineers Without Borders, what type of solutions they could do and things like that. So that's from Kiwi, Albatross, new hybrid. Thank you. Oh, wait.
That's very, that's expanded on in that marketing area, that that fundraising that the Moorfork group did, and exploring that, touching a lot of points there for us. Really interested in those ideas.
Yeah, thank you.
You want to say something about it? Anything else you want to add?
I just noticed in the corner of my screen, by the way, friends of ours have just reported that huge flooding in Hawaii. So it is a global problem.
Yeah,
Yeah, right this moment.
right now. Yep.
Your ideas there around government funding. We actually have been having some conversations with some entities, some companies that are wanting to develop new ways, ways of looking at community and possibly able to fund some development there. So yes, I think there is real potential getting the right significant partners really, and to share in our vision, or for us to share in theirs.
Okay, thanks very much. And now we've got this team over here. Please introduce yourself. And this is about the limit of the camera. So
it's on them.
it's on them. All right. Okay. Yeah, we've got every single problem. We've got backlights and the whole lot. So you're just shadows in the dark. But here we are. Got the camera. So there we go. Microphone. There you go. Introduce your team.
Hi, this is Nisha, and our team name is Waka Waka and River. So, like, there are heaps of problems which EcoQuest must have been facing, but although to recover all the problems, the funding is the base. Which is very important. So my idea is to raise that funding to solve that funding problem. The EcoQuest they should increase their contacts with corporates as well, and because of if they are getting more corporate contacts, then the funding raising issue will automatically be solved. And according to that, how to raise the contact, they should plan strategies. As per that, they should plan the strategies.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
That's really good, and I think that would certainly, that idea would certainly have support amongst some members of our board. So and as I said with that previous talk, that we recognise when you have some quality conversations with business leaders, options do start to, I think would start to concretise. So yeah, I agree, and as you say, planning that, being strategic about it. Yeah. Thank you. Historically, we've just been head down, tail up, delivering our programs for many years. It's been totally consuming, and it's just now that the tap's been turned off, we're having to look a bit more broadly about our strategies.
Yep. Yeah, and I think although we are, widely acknowledged as being really successful at what we do, we're typically perhaps a bit too humble, and so we don't like to brag about ourselves, and so it's hard to go out and sell yourself, if you like. I like what's come out of your discussions, in that there's recognition of those kind of hardware solutions that we need on site, but also the behavioural changes that in our organisation could help make that happen, but also that we could be agents for change through doing both of those things, and to have the buy-in from the manufacturing end of things, and perhaps through the addressing definitely that fundraising issue, but also then to share that with the community and invite people to experience those things is very cool. Thank you.
I'd just like to make a comment about, we actually do have there's a local entity who is very good at what you're saying, and has formed partnerships with corporates. Kevin, you may know Te Whāngai Trust, who live in, is based in the Tukurupura Miranda area, just not far from Tamawaho Marae. And so they are a great example of leveraging their work, and corporates see the social and cultural benefit of their efforts, and so prepared to back them. It's a good model, and something, yeah, we've got to grow up as an organisation.